So Subriel Matías' B sample came back positive. He was on the internet, said that Mike Coppinger and other reporters were not reporting that it came back negative. So he claimed it came back negative. It came back positive. Dan Raphael says that it was positive, but also it came in less than the ostarine threshold of 0.1 whatever it is, right? So he was, he was pretty much exonerated because it was less than the threshold, which I thought that you couldn't have any ostarine in your system. But I know WBC is changing. They're changing the rules and all that. Regardless, man, on these guys, to get contamination, if he claiming this from food, you know how much, I was told how much combuterol, how much meat you had to eat in order to get food contamination from combuterol? A shit ton. What happens is, excuse me, shit. Excuse me. What happens is, a lot of these dudes be trying to cycle on and cycle off, and they mess up, and it still be some of that shit left in their system. Regardless, they should have to cancel the fight. And I'm a Matías fan. They should have to cancel the fight. He should have to restart over camp. When he come back, test clean and keep it moving. It wasn't no contamination. You only notice, America is one of the places where the food is so. You heard that Campbell's chicken noodle soup dude said it was bioengineered. It's a bunch of poison allegedly in the food, red dyes. And none of the American athlete ever pops hot for no type of drug. No type of drug, no type of contamination. You rarely hear that happen from American fighters. But these Spanish fighters always got combuterol, ostarine, meladonium, all this other type of shit, man. That's what be killing me about it. I don't believe what they cooking up on this one, man. The event throwers didn't want to cancel the event, in my humble opinion. So they having the event go on. I'm telling you, this goes on a lot behind the scenes where a lot of these guys is juicing and they sweeping it up under the rug. Flat out. They sweeping it up under the rug. I'm telling you that right now. This happens more than you know. A bunch of these guys juicing and they sweeping it up under the rug. Real talk. And they sweeping it up under the rug. So I don't believe it. They didn't want to reset the event. So that's why they did it, man. He guilty. See, as an American fighter, as a black American fighter, you don't get the benefit of the doubt. You dirty. You don't get contamination. You don't get the this, that, and the third. And so be it. Boxing is one of those fucking sports where there's no set rules. Even when you watch the referee, it's supposed to be no hold'em. Some referees allow hold'em, some people don't. You know what I'm saying? It's at the discretion. Remember the Jack Reese count on Deontay Wilder and Fury in the first fight? It's the count is at the referee's discretion. There's a lot of subjective rules in boxing. Think about that for a minute. There's a ton of subjective rules in the sport of boxing. Just think about that for a minute. There are a bunch of subjective rules in boxing. A bunch of them. So think about the correlation with the sanctioning belt body. A lot of their rules are subjective or predicated on finances. It's just predicated on how they feel about a type of fighter or how the money coming in. That's all that shit is. Boxing doesn't have concrete rules. But I ain't buying it. Y'all can buy it. I ain't buying it. He dirty. He should have no osteorenio system. Wasn't no contamination. Everybody, you know, they don't know. Alberto Puello, wasn't no. These motherfuckers know exactly what they doing. They know exactly what they doing. They know exactly what they doing. They know exactly what they taking. So ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. And you know, if you win this fight, it's to a lot of people, it got a big asterisk by it. It's a black eye. It's a black eye on the fight. Because when there's traces of that shit left, that mean that you were cycling off of that shit. And then did they ever tell us? I don't remember hearing it. Where did he get contamination from? If y'all did an investigation, it usually take about 60 to 90 days for them to complete these investigations. Where did he get? Where did it come from? Was it in the water? Was it in the meat? Was it in a failed supplement? And then when they say, oh, it's a supplement, okay, what lot number did the supplement come from? This is why I'm fucking with Zuffa. It's too many rules predicated on $1 being handed to a sanctioned belt body. If VADA say you failed the test, the fight should be off. But VADA is just a third party. If VADA say, hey, man, this is a red flag, VADA should have the power, or somebody above VADA should have the power who doesn't have a hand, foot, toes, and elbow in it, no skin in the game, and they should say, no, we can't do this. Just let you know the commissions are full of shit. When these motherfuckers' eyes is cutting these fights and they stopping these fights and they looking at these fighters to make sure they still conscious in the fight, they don't give a fuck, because if he tested positive, the New York State Athletic Commission should not allow this fight to commence. If VADA say this motherfucker naked positive, New York State Athletic Commission should be like, nope, y'all can't have this fight in New York. So should Cali, so should Nevada, so should Texas, Reno, Nevada in my Cameron voice, Ohio, Michigan, Indiana, South Carolina, North Carolina, Arkansas, Texas, New Mexico, Arkansas, New Hampshire, Vermont, Wyoming, Washington, nowhere should Jersey, Pennsylvania. Nobody should allow this. Massachusetts, can you dig it, sucker? Nobody should allow this fight to go on. Nobody. They can go over to Abu Dhabi. No me, Bobby. No. This fight should not commence. But they don't care about the fighters. They don't care about the integrity of the sport. You know what I'm saying? They've been compromised and sold out the sport of boxing. Everybody just in it for self. And we got everybody in it for self and nobody protecting the integrity of boxing. This is what you get. The Wild Wild West. This is what you get. Even with, you know, companies and networks divesting away from boxing, you know, even with that being the case, okay, even with that being the case, all right, they still don't want to get their shit together. Let it burn. Let it burn in my Usher voice. Come on. Let it burn. So, yeah, you know, Subriel, Matías, come clean, ain't clean. He ain't clean, my nigga. You know, cause you ain't clean. Report these nuts. You full of shit. My B simple came back negative. Like, oh, nigga, it's still positive. And if VADA said this is a red flag, this fight should be off. But I give from dog whatever the dog kid name, because you pull out this fight, you ain't gonna never get opportunity. They gonna ostracize you out of the sport of boxing. So I feel it, player from the Himalayas, player from the UK, wherever you from. But yeah, dog dirty. I'm telling you that right now. But hey, hit the link in the description. Follow me on Facebook, X, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. You can find me everywhere. Patreon, hit that link tree everywhere. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.
Y habla de la prueba B, para que ustedes vean cómo es la vida. Todos vieron cómo hablaron mierda, que si el tramposo, que si no sé qué, pero nadie habla de la prueba B. ¿Por qué no buscan información? ¿Por qué el Cupin Yelese no pone lo que salió en la prueba B? para que ustedes vean cómo es la vida. La moneda tiene dos caras. Siempre les dije, no hable si no tienen evidencia. Pero nada, ya eso murió. Somos clean. En mi vida he necesitado algo para hacer trampa. Los veo el 10 de enero. Barclays Center.